Greetings. Hey, what's going on, guys? Y'all know what time it is, man. It's time to do our live Q&A. Before we get into it, a little bit of housekeeping, y'all. As always, if you come to a live or this your first live, you know I got to give out some free gifts, man. So today we giving out my 50 and 5 month formula completely free. What's the 50 and 5 month formula, Coach Corey? Glad you fucking asked. It's essentially the method, the system, the program that I utilize for myself to lose 50 pounds in 5 months, just like the title implies. And then I essentially encapsulated those principles, taught it to, thousands of people now. And now they lose weight faster than me. I got motherfuckers in this guide. If you go get the free copy that I'm gonna drop in the link for you guys, that's losing 50 pounds in 3 months. You know what I'm saying? 4 months. I got people losing 100 pounds in 6 months. Guys, if you want results like that, go ahead and go grab that free 50 and 5 month formula, the free fat loss system. It's in the link in the description of the video. I'll drop it in the chat one more time. And we'll get right into it, man. Who we got in the building? Type one in the chat if y'all can hear me. If y'all can hear me and y'all can see me, type one in the chickadee chat. I just want to make sure that I'm audible and my mic is working. Y'all know what time it is, man. We about to get into some questions. Okay. RS typing one. Les typing one. Okay. We got some people out here hearing what I'm saying. Let's scroll up a little bit. Let's see who's in here. Being bald and wearing glasses keeping you big as hell. I would have to disagree with you, sir. I don't think that's the combination that makes you big as hell. Sean Shreds in the building. Yo, Armstrong. Greetings. What's going on, man? Being live keeping you big as hell. I don't know if I agree with that either. You know what I'm saying? I think going live is one of the things that prevents people from being big as hell. My goal today is to stop y'all from being big as hell. Type in the chat also too, where you from? Rep your city. Let me know where you from. You know what I'm saying? Put in the chat where y'all from. Where y'all from? You know what I'm saying? Les is saying let's go. Witchy is saying typing one keeping you big as hell. Possibly. We got RS saying yo, like Chris Brown. You know what I'm saying? We got Willis, young Willis. What up, Willis? He says one. Type in the chat, man. Where y'all from? Who we got in the building? About to get this thing going. Okay. There we go. So we got one. We got young Willis. Willis is from Maryland, and he just hit the gym today. Hey man, if you hit the gym today, drop a flex emoji in the chat, right? If you made excuses today, drop a sad face in the chat. Because you a sad motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? The homie Isaac says, I want to start. Give me 5 tips to start, please, bro. Well, you're in luck, man. I gave you that in a free guide that I'm giving out called the 50 and 5 month formula. So the link's in the description of the video, and I'm also posting it again in the chat. Go get that. It's the 5 things that I use to lose 50 pounds in 5 months. So there go your 5. That's completely free. Go get that. You know what I'm saying? We got some people who did their workout today. Willis dropping flex emojis in the chat. RS dropping flex emojis in the chat. Okay. We got home of the back-to-back champions, Kansas City Chiefs. Are they gonna win again this year? Is the question. Are they gonna win again this year? Because if you look right below this in the chat, we got my man Kevin talking about he's from Michigan. Go Lions. Man, Michigan's going crazy right now, man. My home state. I'm from Michigan, guys. If y'all don't know, I'm from Detroit. For the first time in like decades, the Lions are relevant. This is crazy. I know Michigan is turned up. Joyce Moses from Clinton, Maryland. Shout out to Clinton Merlin in the building. All right, guys, we're gonna get into our segment of the day. We're gonna do something called Make My Macros. What this is essentially if you have a goal, right? You want me to teach you what calories and macros you should be consuming to hit your targets. I'll do that for you right now on the live. Okay. All you gotta do is type in the chat, make my macros, give me your age, your height, your weight, and your goal. And then I'll make your macros. I'll tell you actually how much you should be eating and what you should be consuming. So go ahead and type make my macros with your age, your height, your weight, and your goal. And if you on YouTube, you got to put your gender in there too, because y'all got some weird names on YouTube. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Les says I got my dumbbells on the truck. That's what's up. Shout out to having dumbbells on the truck. You know what I'm saying? Because where else you gonna have them except on the truck? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We got RS Fitness Official says Florida squatting alligators gave me a massive quad pump. Okay, I didn't know people did that. Like, where do they squat alligators at? I've been in Florida now, shit, almost 3 years. I done lived here, and I ain't seen somebody squat a motherfucking alligator yet. So you must be in a different part of Florida than where I live, because they don't they don't do that shit over here in Southern Florida. But that's what's up, man. I'm glad you was able to get that quad pump. Guys, if you want me to make your macros, type make my macros in the chat with your age, your height, your weight, and your goal. You drop that in the chat, I got you, man. I'm gonna go ahead and break your macros down. Go ahead, type that joint. I got y'all. Okay. We got my man's Spamosaurus says, I'm against hats. I mean, sometimes you just wear your hair. You know what I'm saying? You wear your hair. You ain't gotta wear hats. You know what I mean? It's not like a requirement to live. So the fact that you are in fact against it is you free to feel that way. It's okay. You don't have to have hats to live a good life. You know what I'm saying? My man is from Florida. Go Gators. Okay. Shout out to the Gators, man. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to rep the Gators. You know what I'm saying? The Few says, what up, brother? Happy New Year. Happy New Year, my friend. Do people still say Happy New Year after the 10th? I feel like that's like the first 10 days people are saying that, but nonetheless, Happy New Year. Happy New Year, nonetheless. All right, here we go. First macros to be made. Les is a 44-year-old male, 5'5", 227. He wants to get to 185. All right, so I'm gonna make your macros, Les. So if you're 44 years old, you 5'5", and you are 227. All right, so how this make my macros works, guys, is basically I take your stats and I put it into what's called a BMR calculator. That's basal metabolic rate. That's how many calories your body burns on its own. And then I'm gonna give you a target calories in association with the BMR we find, and then I'm gonna tell you what macros you should shoot for your goal. So my man Les wants to do what? He wants to burn some body fat, right? So we have to be in what's called a calorie deficit class. What's the calorie deficit, Coach Corey? Super simple, man. You just burn more calories than you fucking consume. Real simple, right? So essentially, your body right now, Les, is burning 1,850 calories. So when you do nothing, right? You sitting on the couch, you watching Netflix, you watching the game, you're doing something, your body's going to burn that on its own. So what we got to do to achieve a deficit is easily just subtract from that. I would say go 200 calories less than that, right? So maybe set a calorie goal of 1,650, right? That'd be a good place to start. And so that'll just put you in a nutritional deficit. Then from there, Les, it's super simple. We're going to put you on a macro ratio that I've used countless times with thousands of people. 40, 30, 30. That's 40% of your calories come from protein, 30% come from carb, 30% come from fat, right? In layman's terms, go get your pen and pad out, Les. I'm about to break the shit down, okay? Your protein goal every day, 165 grams. You consume that with 124 grams of carbohydrates and 55 grams of total fat. You do that at 1650 calories. It's just going to hit it on its own. If you hit those macros, at least a gallon of water a day, you're going to lose all kinds of body fat, my friend. Just come back through when you lose that first 10 pounds this next 30 days, because you will if you follow that shit, right? Just say thank you. You know what I'm saying? Just let me know about your progress so I can cheer you on. Guys, if that was helpful information that gave you some perspective on how to hit your goals, go ahead and drop a flex emoji in the chat, man. Drop a flex emoji in the chat. Okay. P. Diddy Fitness Official is in the building. He says, Jose, big as hell. Okay. All right. Sometimes you got to just talk to people like that. Isaac. All right. He says, make my macros. I got you, Isaac. So Isaac he's a young buck. He's 22. Isaac is 5'11", right around my height. You know what I'm saying? And he is 220. Okay. So you got a big ass belly. You know what I'm saying? And you want to get down to 180. So right now your body burns 2,000 calories on its own. And essentially what you want to do is just create a deficit. I will put you at 1,800 calories as a target, right? Because your BMR is 2,000. You come 200 calories less than that and push you at 1,800. So then that would make your macros the following. Isaac, go get your pen and pad out, big dog. I'm about to break it down. 180 grams of protein, right? Get 180 grams of protein, 135 grams of carbs, Isaac, with 60 grams of total fat. Man, you're going to lose all kinds of fat. Just make sure you're at least getting you a gallon to a gallon and a half water a day. And you're going to lose at least 10 pounds this month, man, guaranteed. Just make sure you come back, shout a brother out once you see that first 10 pounds come off, okay? All right, guys, if that was helpful, you know what I'm saying, give me a thumbs up in the chat. Give me a thumbs up in the chat. Let's get it. Willis. All right, Willis wants his macros made. Hey, no problem. So Willis is 5'6", 185. Weight is 155. Goal is 185. Oh, so Willis wants to build some muscle. Okay, that's cool, man. So it's the opposite. If you want to build some muscle, oh, you know what, Willis? I can't make your macros. I need your age too. So Willis, drop your age in the chat too, and then I'll be able to make the rest of the macros. I had started, but I don't see your age in there, man. So we're gonna move to the next person. Shivam says, "Hey, how's it going? Stupendous. All right, how are you? You know what I'm saying? Sup, Corey, break it down. I subscribe. Hey, that's what's up, man. I'm glad. Guys, if you coming through and you want your macros made, right? Just type make my macros in the chat with your age, your height, your weight, your goal, and your gender if you're on YouTube. And then I'll break the whole shit down. You know what I'm saying? My man's imagine reading my name. Right? He says, I love your videos. Thanks to you, I lost my big ass belly. Let's clap it up for the homie Imagine. I didn't even know that they named children that, but I mean, you learn something new every day. All right. Shout out to Imagine, right? You know what I'm saying? Official Mastery. Oh, wait. Eccentric Awath says, not losing my big ass belly is keeping me big as hell. Possibly, right? That's a strong potential. You know what I'm saying? Official Mastery is saying Asian. Sometimes you got to do that. Sometimes you got to do that, man. Let's get into make my macros. If you want your macros made, guys, type your age, your height, your weight, and your goal in the chat, and I'll break it down. My man's Official Mastery is going crazy. Let's go ahead and just put this, Yeah. Official Mastery is wilding. So we're going to go ahead and just stop that real quick. All right. All right. So we out here. Um, here we go. Jose Lopez says, "Are pickle slices bad for you?" Uh, I don't think so. Right? Like when you say like bad for you, what are you basing that off of? Right? Because really, there's no such thing as good food or bad food. There's just food and how many calories that it has and what macros those calories break down into. And so when you think about like the quality of food as it relates to your goal, you really want to base it off these numbers I'm giving y'all, right? If you got, for example, the macros that I just gave to my man Isaac, he's got to consume 180 grams of protein, 135 grams of carbs. He's got like 50 or 60 grams of fat. I think I said, yeah, 60 grams of fat. Um, Pickle slices is no calories, so that motherfucker can eat as many pickles as he wants. You know what I'm saying? He can go as hard as he wants, but you know, is that going to help him get his protein and his carbs and his fats for the day? Nah. So he still has to consume other foods in combination with those pickles to hit it. So it's really about the what else is being consumed with it. My man's Jose is asking a double up question on that. He says, how much sodium they have per slice. See, sodium is a different discussion entirely. The sodium of something doesn't tarnish its nutritional value. The sodium, as it pertains to you, is all contingent upon how active you are, how much muscle you have, and how many carbohydrates you're consuming a day, right? When you think about sodium, what does it do? It locks water into your muscles, cells, organs, and actually supports a lot of bodily functions like organs, brain, immune health, things like that. So you need sodium, right? You actually will die if you don't get enough of it. But some of y'all motherfuckers is consuming way too much of it, right? The daily recommended value for sodium is 2,400 milligrams. So if you're going over that, you probably overdoing it, right? But if you got like a pickle slice or two, that shit got 100 milligrams of sodium. That's not even that's not even a tenth. That's not even 10% of your daily nutritional value. It's not a big deal, right? So it really just depends on how much sodium you eat throughout the day or drinking throughout the day, and then how that relates to like your carbohydrate intake and also your activity, right? Because people who go low carb, they don't know this, but they probably need to supplement with sodium because your body starts dumping sodium. It starts, releasing your sodium in your sweat, your piss, and your waste. Guys, if that made sense, if you got something from that sodium talk, go ahead and drop a flex emoji in the chat, man. My man Jose had 3 pickles. This motherfucker was hungry. Mr. Me is 6 foot 218, 28. Mr. Me, if you want your macros made, I would need to know what your goal is. And I could do that for you. Willis. All right. So Willis says, please make my macros. Yeah, man. I can do that. You finally gave me your age, young Willis. Young Willis is 46, 40 ball, right? Distinguished chap. 5'6". He is, in fact, 155. And my man said he want to get to the 180 club with your boy, right? Hey, right now, Willis, your body burns 1,500 calories on its own. If you want to go into a muscle building stage, a calorie surplus, a bulk, if you will, as some of the fitness dorks call it, that means you have to eat more than that 1,500 calories a day, right? I would say, depending on how aggressive you want to get in this surplus, right, it will be contingent upon how much of an appetite you have and how many sessions of strength training you do a week. Maybe you just start with a 500 calorie surplus if you want to get aggressive, right? You want to see some weight go up this month, right? This week, I would start there and maybe put you on predominantly carb. So I would put you on a 50, 30, 20. So 50%. All you need to know is 50% of your calories is coming from carbs, 30% coming from protein, 20% is coming from fat. Here's what that breaks down to. Willis, I said all that shit to give you time to go get your pen and pad, bro. Do you have a pen and pad? Right? I'm about to break it down. Your protein, 150 grams of protein. Your carbohydrates, 250 grams of carbs. Have fun, my friend. Right? And then your fats, 44 grams of total fat. Willis, you do that. You do that this week. You hit the weights, you get stronger. Man, you can gain a pound of muscle within the next week or so. Guys, if that was helpful information for you as well, even though you're not Willis, type a 1 in the chat. Type a 1 if you got something, you know what I'm saying, from that. How to get more discipline. Justin, it's simple. It's simple. Discipline is a muscle. It's just like everything else. You have to train it to build it. So if somebody asks me in the chat, how do you get bigger biceps? Well, you increase your strength when doing bicep training, right? So when do you do discipline training, right? When do you train your discipline? When you're not motivated, but you take action regardless of how you fucking feel, right? Discipline is the ability to take action regardless of emotion. And so the only way you can do that is if you don't have the emotion where you want to go do that shit. Case in point, here's an example. Let's say you got a baby, right? And that baby is doing potty training. During the initial stages of a baby doing potty training, what do? They shit all over themselves. They piss all over themselves. Why? Because they don't have any discipline built with holding it yet. They probably don't even know how to use those muscles to hold the pee and the shit to go to the bathroom, right? I know this is graphic, it's disgusting. Guys, be adults here, right? You either going to train a young human or you've already trained a young human on potty training. So everybody relates to this, right? So what happens? Well, over time, they start to learn, hey, I can just hold it until I get to the bathroom, right? And then those children become adults. And now all of us here, we don't piss and shit on ourselves no more. We go to the bathroom. Why? Because we built the discipline in that area, right? It don't matter if you feel, right, the bodily feeling of having to use the bathroom. You hold it regardless because discipline says, no, I'm going to wait. Same thing with everything else. When it comes to getting your ass in that motherfucking gym, right? If you don't feel like going, it ain't about what you feel, right? Because the results that you want don't give a fuck how you feel, right? You get your ass up and you go anyway. You do that unmotivated workout and then congratulate yourself because that was a day that you got a repetition on the discipline building exercise, right? Now, if that made sense, give me a flex emoji in the chat because I'm going to break it down with the food too. It's the same shit. Not like losing weight, guys, is like one of the easiest things to discipline yourself at, especially when it comes to diet. Because all you got to do is stop eating so fucking much, right? Not putting fucking food in your mouth is the lowest form of discipline. Right? It's so easy. You just say, nah, I ain't gonna do that. And you don't do it, right? And every time you don't do it, even though you want to do it, think about it like this: your discipline is getting stronger. He's getting stronger, right? You just keep doing that practice over and over again until it just becomes habitual. Then you're gonna be able to do the things that you don't feel like doing, but you got to do on autopilot, right? That's how you do it. Guys, if that helped you, drop a flex emoji in the chat. Drop the flex emoji in the chat. Justin says he loves my videos. I appreciate the support. Shivam says he's 18. Hey, man, you got to be over 21 for me to do your macros. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Sherry can get them macros made. I asked you before, but I lost info age. Damn, Sherry. Damn, I'm glad you came back, though. I'm glad you came back. Let's get it popping. 61 years of age. Sherry is 5'6", 5'6". Sherry is also 265 lbs. That means that, Sherry, you go get your pen and pad out. I ain't playing games with you, girl. We got to get that fat up off you, right? You got a lot of work to do, okay? 1,800 calories is your BMR. That means if we bring you down to 1,600 calories as a target, guess what, Sherry? You're going to lose you some weight. Now, here's your macros. You ready? Go get your pen and pad. All right, you got that? All right. I'm out here looking to save lives, not feelings, okay? 160 grams of protein, right? 120 grams of carbohydrates, and 53 grams of total fat. Sherry, you do this every damn day. Guess what's going to happen? Guess what's going to happen in the next week or so? You're going to lose a bunch of weight. I just say do that. At least get you a gallon of water in a day. Make sure you shout a brother out. Come back. Show some love once you lose that first 10 pounds. You follow those macros, it'll likely happen by Valentine's Day. Guys, if that was helpful information, drop a fire emoji in them chats, man. Drop that fire. Just a fire. What's the best diet for weight loss? Trying to join the Navy and need to lose weight. There is no best diet, man. You know, the best diet is one that you can do consistently, man. It's not about the motherfucking diet, bro. It's about find a strategy where you can reach a calorie deficit and stay there consistently long enough to get to the desired weight that you have to get to the Navy. It don't fucking matter what you do, man. You can do the vegan shit, keto shit, carnivore shit. It doesn't matter, man. You just got to reach a calorie deficit. Now, if you want your macros made here tonight by yours truly, right? Because I don't do none of that bullshit, right? I just track macros and eat what I want to eat. Just as long as it fits my macros. That's what I enjoy because I can do that consistently. But maybe you're not that type of motherfucker, man. Hey, I don't know. Only you know. But you got to get to a calorie deficit and stay there. That's it. If you want your macros made, you can just make my macros with your age, your height, your weight, and your goal, and I'll do it for you. If you want to do it on your own, just go grab that free fat loss system, the 50 and 5 month formula. Links in the chat as well as in the bio of the video. It's completely free. Go get that. All right. Yeah, man. I know, man. Leah Nick says, which macros? I just joined. If you want your macros made, just type make my macros in the chat with your age, your height, your weight, and your goal, and I got you. I got you, man. You know what I'm saying? All right. My mother's in the chat. Greetings. How about those lions? All right. My man said he's 15. Hey, you gotta be over 21 for me to make your macros. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. Can't make minors macros, man. It's not gonna happen. Hamdi is breastfeeding and want to lose weight. Help, please. Calorie deficit, right? Calorie deficit. You are not exempt from the rules because you are breastfeeding. You know, your role just may be a little bit different than others because you breastfeed, but it's still the same thing. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? You gotta reach a calorie deficit. You know what I'm saying? If you want your macros made, let me know. Here we go. QJR Thompson says, make my mackerel mackerel like the fish. Is macros, man. 6'1". Okay. My man's a 6'1". 290. And I can't do this. QJR, I need your age with this. So I need your age, your height, your weight, and your goal. I don't have your age, so I can't do it unless I have that. I'm sorry, man. I need all the information. Guys, if you want your macros made, go ahead, type your age, your height, your weight, and your goal, and I'll do it. You know what I'm saying? Got y'all. Here we go. Somebody knows how to follow directions. Jason Smith. I'm teasing, man. I'm teasing. 24 years old. The homie is 5'10", 220. So 220 is the goal. So what the fuck is your weight now, bro? Your age, your height, your weight, and your goal. What is your current weight? Damn, I guess not. The King says, how can I get laid? Got a good physique. You have to talk to women and build attraction. It's not as complicated as some guys make it, right? Like the whole thing with like having sex with another human is like another human has to like you enough to want to embrace you physically. So if you have to ask that question, it sounds like your biggest issue is you don't know how to build attraction. And I'm not a dating coach, right? But I am somebody who's dated a lot of people and a lot of women over the years until I got with my current girlfriend. Shout out to her, man. She's doing good. Um, I think it's really just about like making yourself a better version of you to where like she enjoys being around you because you're such a good person. Like you're such a great guy, right? So getting your mind right, right, to where you can add value from a mentality standpoint, more of a informational or wisdom. You can give guidance, physicality, right? You look good, you physically attractive, and then get your money right. You can provide some semblance of safety and security from a financial perspective. You do all that shit, man. I don't see why you wouldn't have why you would have any trouble, getting somebody interested in you. That's my advice. Guys, if that helped you, drop a fire emoji in the chat. All right, here we go. Finally, QJR, follow directions. God damn. All right, 56, 6'1", 290. All right, so 56 years old. He's 290 and he's 6'1". So basically, this is the whole shit. Right now, your body burns 2,200 calories. Right. So all we're gonna do is we're gonna set a target of 2,000 calories as your goal. Okay. Now I'm about to give you the macros that you consume to hit that calorie goal. This is all you gotta do. Go get you a pen and pad, bro. If you ain't got it, go get it. 200 grams of protein a day, 150 grams of carbohydrates, 67 grams of total fat. My friend, if you consume that every single day with at least like a gallon and a half, maybe even 2 gallons of water, because you're a bigger guy, you're going to lose at least 10 pounds in the next month by Valentine's Day, right? Just come through, shout a brother out, give me some feedback once you lose that weight. You know what I'm saying? I'm here to congratulate you on that. And if that helped you, right, you listening in, go ahead and drop a fire emoji in that chat, man, so I know that this is valuable content for y'all. All right, Grizzly, right, like the Memphis boys. Can you please assist me with my macros? Grizzly, I can do that, okay? Grizzly is 32, like a bear, right? 32 years old. Grizzly is 6'1", and Grizzly is also 235. All right, man. All right, man. So you got a big belly. You got a little stomach on you. You, my friend, your BMR is 2,000. So what I would put you at as a target is 1,800 calories, right? Reason being, if your body burns 2,000 on its own and you come right underneath it at 1,800, you in a deficit to lose fat, right? And then what you do from there is just hit these macros. You ready, Grizzly? Right? I know you got them bear claws, man, but you better be able to hold a pen and a pad because I'm going to break the shit down. You ready? 180 grams of protein. Get that. With 135 grams of carbs, 60 grams of fat. My man Grizzly, you do that every day for the next month, 10 pounds going to come up off you, guaranteed. Just make sure you get a gallon of water every day. All right? And if that helped you, you listening in, you know what I'm saying? Drop that fire emoji in the chat, man. We getting warmed up. We getting warmed up, man. We about to make a lot of macros, help a lot of y'all be successful first month of the year. Cora. Okay. Very close to my name. Hey, shout out to Cora having the first 3 letters right. 5'7". Okay. 5'7". Cora is 318. Cora, you got some work to do, my friend. Right? But I got your back. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. Okay. We got to get that up off you. We got to get you healthy. Okay. And 58. Okay, look. here's some real practical advice. I've helped a few people now lose over 100 pounds. So I'm gonna be real with you, right? Right now, your BMR is 2,000. If you bring your total calories down to that, around what I just told my man before, that 1,800 calories, right? Make your macros 180 grams of protein, maybe 135 grams of carbs, 60 grams of total fat. You do that, you're gonna lose like at least your first 25, maybe 30 pounds. But I'm gonna be real with you, Cora, because you're a woman, you probably don't have that much lean mass as it compares to like somebody like a man doing that same 1,800 calories. So you're gonna find it actually hard to get that protein in. So make sure you at least drinking like 2 protein shakes a day to get that in. Because what we want to do is we want to maintain as much of that muscle while we lose this fat. We maintain that muscle, what's going to happen is you're going to lose this fat and you'll be able to ensure that you keep it off, right? Now, there's another thing that you need to know because you got to lose 100 pounds. Anybody who's listening who needs to lose over 100 pounds, I've done this tons of times with tons of clients. So listen in. You are going to have to adjust your macros at a certain point in the journey. It may be after the first 40 or 50 pounds. It varies by the person, depending on your training, right? How strong you are in your lifts, and also, how much you move, like how many steps you get a day. But there's going to come a point in time where you're going to have to do a macro adjustment. But just be ready for that, right? Think about it like this, what got you, what got you here won't get you there, right? So what gets the first 50 pounds off you isn't going to be the same thing that gets the next 50 pounds off you, if that makes sense. So be ready for that. This macros I just gave you, it can start you off. You can get some initial success, but you're going to get a point where your body gets adjusted to that and you have to make a big shift. And I think also, too, if you just want some additional resources, go get that 50 and 5-month formula. It's a free guide that I wrote on my journey and also what I've been doing to help those 100-pound weight loss clients I just told y'all about. Their stories are in there too, man. Go get that free formula. Links in the chat. Okay. Guys, if that was helpful information, give me a flex emoji. Give me a flex. Samantha. What's up, Sam? Sam says, I'm trying to build muscle. You trying to build? You trying or you doing? Which one is it? What the fuck is this? Try. What is that? Right? I think she put a peach there. Maybe she's signifying she wants to build that butt. Get them cheeks. Okay. 26 years old, currently 163. Goal is 148. Okay. Well, I can make your macros, Sam, if you want. You know what I'm saying? Let's do it. Let's do it. I think she dropped that for a reason. Let's go ahead and do it. So 26-year-old lady. All right. Do we got the height? Oh, you know what? I can't do it. I need your height, Sam. So if you want your macros made, give me your age with your height, your weight, and your goal, and I got you. All right. What protein powder brand do you recommend? I don't give a fuck, man. Honestly, like protein, for the most part, is protein. One of the best practices you can go at when making a decision of what protein you want to get is if you can get an ingredient label that is like not as many ingredients, like the least amount of ingredients, the better, right? So if something has like maybe 4, maybe 5 ingredients at the max, that's a better protein powder than something that got like 20 fucking ingredients. All right. So that's one thing. But the other thing is like, how well do you digest the protein? Some of you guys, you get all bloated, you get inflamed, you get all gassy, you get stomach issues when you have like whey protein. So you guys are probably lactose intolerant and you don't need to be out here, you know what I'm saying, drinking that shit. You probably need to go more plant-based, soy-based, or something like that. But yeah, if that was helpful information about protein, give me a flex emoji. Give me a flex emoji. Just like have that protein. Okay, cool. Oh, Sam came back to what up, Sam? Okay, she do want her macros made. All right, there you go. There you go. All right, so Sam is 26, 5'3". Oh, you a shorty. Got a shorty in the chat, right? That's not disrespect. That's just observation. 160 lbs. All right, Sam, go get your pen and pad out. You ready? So your body burns 1450 on its own. 1450. So what I would do if I was coaching you, right? I would say, look, Sam, we're gonna put you on 1250 calories, right? That's your target. And then with that, you're going to do the following macros. Go get your pen and pad if you ain't got it. I gave you some time. All right. I ain't going to say it again. Nah, I'm messing with y'all. All right. 125 grams of protein, 94 grams of carbs, 42 grams of total fat, right? You do that every day, Sam. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you at least get you like a gallon of water in a day. Hit your workouts, right? Hit your strength, hit your cardio. You're going to lose all kinds of fat. You know what I'm saying? And guys, if y'all got something from that breakdown I just gave Sam, drop a flex emoji in the chat. You know what time it is. Roxi, hi. Glad to make this live. Roxi, we glad you pulled up too, right? We glad you came through as well. Young Kimberly, what up, Kim? What's popping? I just had my physical and my doctor told me he's giving me 6 months to take off some weight. I really need your help. Kimberly, are you serious about change? Right? Because if you're serious, I will help as much as I'm able to. But it's not about what I say. Right? It's not about what I say. It's about, are you willing to make the sacrifices necessary and put in the time and effort that's required? Right? If you can do that, I can give you some information to help you with that. But you have to make that commitment in yourself mentally first. Because it doesn't fucking matter what I tell you. If you haven't made that mental commitment, it does not matter. So you committed and you ready to work. Again, go grab that 50 and 5 month formula. I just put the free link in the chat again for you. Wait a minute. You on Facebook. Drop it on Facebook too. This is free for everybody, man. Y'all go get that 50 and 5 month formula. It's my fat loss system. It's nothing crazy. It's just what I use to lose 50 pounds in 5 months. And just teach it to all these successful people who now they lose more weight than me, right? Faster than me. Go figure, right? Links in the bio. All right. Let's get into it, man. Okay, cool. Hey, man, my man's GD says, I see you make videos of calorie deficit. Need to make more calorie surplus for skinny people. If you a skinny person and you want some more information on how to build a surplus to build some muscle, you know what I'm saying? Type of 1 in the chat. I just want to see how many skinny people we got. It's not a lot of y'all, but maybe it's more than what I am aware of. All right, the homie Jeff, young Jeff, what up? I need your help with losing weight. Need to know my macro goals. I get a lot of fluctuation of research that I've done on how much protein to consume at 5'9", 240, 37. Goal is 200 pounds. All right, I'm 5'10", slightly taller than you, right? But I'm around the same range. I don't know how much lean mass you got, how much body fat you're carrying, but I can tell you this much. Whatever your protein goal is, it's in relation to the calories that you choose, right? You want to target ideally something close to your lean muscle mass and protein, right? But if you pick the right calories based on your BMR, which is what I'm about to do live for you, it will be close to your lean muscle mass. So don't overthink this shit. Like a lot of these people, they tell you, oh man, you got to get 1 gram protein per pound of body weight. That's complete bullshit. It is. You know why it's bullshit? Because your mass is not all made of muscle. What does protein do in your body? It secures protein. I mean, it secures muscle, right? You break down muscle, it repairs the muscle because it breaks into amino acids. So you retain muscle when you build muscle with the protein. Why would you consume the same amount of your total weight in protein? It makes no sense because your body isn't just muscle. It's muscle, it's fat, it's water, it's organs, it's hair. The fuck you gonna get all this extra protein for? That makes no sense. So you want to get somewhere around what your lean mass is. The only way to really know that is to get a body fat test, right? But luckily for you, right, the science is sort of skewed in your favor to where your BMR will get you relatively close if you follow these numbers I'm about to give you. Guys, if that was helpful information, before I break this shit down for Jeff, type a fire emoji in the chat, man, because we getting warmed up, baby. We getting warmed up. All right, Jeff, I was doing that talking. You should have been getting the pen and pad out, baby. I'm about to break the whole shit down for you, man. All right, so 5'9", 37, 240. 240. Your BMR is 2,000 calories, bro. Right? It's 2,000 calories, man. So all you got to do, come on to that 1,800 calorie club, right? You do that. I'm gonna put you on a split of macros called 40, 30, 30. 40% of your calories is protein, 30% carbs, 30% fat, right? You do that. That means you're going to consume 180 grams of protein, 135 grams of carbs, 60 grams of total fat. Jeff, you do that every day. Not only are you going to be maintaining your lean muscle mass because you're going to be consuming enough protein, I guarantee it. You can go get a body fat test tomorrow, and I guarantee your lean muscle mass is at or below 180 pounds of lean muscle mass, right? I've been doing this shit a long time, so I know it is. And you're gonna lose all kinds of fat. You're gonna be satiated. So take those numbers, take those stats, bro, and you're gonna be fine, man. Don't be overthinking this shit, man. People be making this shit too complicated. You know what I'm saying? Camp says salute. Hey, I appreciate the salute, man. Appreciate the love. Appreciate that. If you want your macros made, guys, I'm about to do my lunch break here in a minute. If you want your macros made before I go, type "make my macros" in the chat with your age, your height, your weight, and whatever your target goal is. And I got you. I'll break it down for y'all. Hey, man, I just got to shout out my man's name. His name is Bus Driver Uppercut. That's a great name. That name is lit, man. I don't know what it means, but I want to say it like Bus Driver Uppercut. What? That's crazy. All right, here we go. Roxi says she needs some help. All right. I'm going to make your macros, Roxy. How about that? So Roxy is 55. Roxy is somebody in the chat's name is Jimmy Dean. Them are some good sausages, man. Pause. All right. So Roxy is 55, 5'7", 221. Her goal is to lose some fat. So Roxy, your BMR, your body burns 1,600 calories on its own. So all we got to do for you, Roxy, put you at 1,400 calories as your goal. You target the following macros. You ready? Go get your pen and pad. You got it? All right. 140 grams of protein, 105 grams of carbs, 47 grams of total fat. Roxy, you do that every damn day, guess what's going to happen? All right, you consume you a little gallon of water a day, guess what's going to happen? Hey, you're going to lose some fucking weight. All right, you're going to lose some fat, girl. Just come back and shout me out once you lose a bunch of that fat, okay? All right. Yeah. Yeah, man. That's what we got going on. All right, man. So we got Nancy. Young Nancy. Okay. So Nancy is 53. Wait, Nancy's a male? I ain't never met a man named Nancy, but we're going to rock with it. We're going to rock with it. All right. 53. 252. And then the goal is 235.61. All right, Nancy. So brother Nancy. Here we go. All right. So your BMR let's call it 1900 calories. All right, we're gonna put you at 1700 for your goal. Nancy, if you consume 170 grams of protein every day, write this down: 170 grams of protein, 128 grams of carbs, and 57 grams of total fat. If you do that every day, Nancy, you're gonna lose all kinds of fat. Right, guys? If that was helpful information for you, drop a flex emoji in that chat. Drop a flex. I think I got time for one more. Make my macros, and then I gotta eat. I gotta eat some food myself. Kathy, 65, 5'4", 211. What's my macros? And I'm having foot surgery. Oh, on 124. So I definitely don't need to put on weight. How about macros for both? Goal 165. Okay, so your goal is 165. So your goal is to get to 165 and 211. I'm just gonna give you the macros to lose some of that fat. How about that? How about that, Kathy? All right, 65. Kathy is 65, and Kathy is 5'4". So Kathy's what we call a shorty. And 211. And all right, Kathy, your BMR is 1,500 calories. You consume 1,300 calories a day. That'll put you in a deficit. So your goal with the 1,300 will be as follows. Get your pen and pad out, Kathy. 130 grams of protein, 43 grams of total fat, and 98 grams of carbs. You do that every day with at least a gallon of water every day. Kathy, you're going to lose all kinds of fat. Guys, if that was helpful information, drop me a flex emoji in the chat. Hold up. I got one more. I got to go. After this, I see my man's Mark F. I had to answer this. Coach C, what up, Mark? 7 months of ripped AF and simple six-pack. Life-changing results. Down 60 pounds. Come on. Come on, man. Hey, let's clap it up for Mark. He got some of my programs that I released. I released one program last year. It was like a limited release. And then also my simple six-pack formula, man, completely free. This dude already lost 60 pounds since last year, guys. The information works if you apply it. I need to know, Mark, what's your goal next? I don't know. I would need your stats. I would need more information. But I think really it's just about you. If you got to 60 pounds off, right? Think about it like this. The 60 pounds that you lost, if you want to lose more fat, you're going to have to readjust your macros from where you're at, right? Because what got you here is not going to get the next, I don't know, 20 or whatever, however many pounds of fat you want to get off you next, right? So you got to readjust your macros first in relation to what your body is now, because what you did to get here, it's no longer applicable. If you're looking to build muscle, right? If you're done cutting, then now it's just taking those numbers, those equations in the simple six-pack system, or even in the ripped AF guide, and just flipping it to be a surplus for a while. But that would be my advice. You got to just readjust your targets in relation to where you at. All right. So Mark, I'm gonna go live again this week because I gotta do my lunch break and make my macros again. Guys, if you want me to go live again this week and make my macros, type live in the chat. But Mark, you should know already how to find your macros. If you got the ripped AF guide, it's in there. There's a section in there specifically on building muscle. You just got to go to that section and use those equations in there. You can flip the numbers to build a surplus in there. But yeah, man, if you want me to do it, the streets just told me that they want me to go live, man. They want me to go live again. So I'll be going live again this week. I'll announce it once I figure out a day on my calendar that works. And hope to see y'all there. All right. See y'all later. Peace.